Hello everyone, my name is Sacred and thank you for joining me on this beautiful day in another mod spotlight in Hearts of Iron 4. In our today's session we are going to review the mod called Europa Imperium V2. Europa Imperium V2. Well, how you may guess already, it's an alternate history mod. Now we're gonna take a close look to that and inspect the countries first, and then if we have time left, get one of the major countries into the game and get it as play, and to play as one of the major countries there. And if you want to support me, go to the channel Patreon, link is down below in the description. Thank you. You could either get $1, $2 or $5, but you'll probably know it already. Alright, so Europa Imperium. The world lies under the rule of the great European empires. The Byzantine Empire, ancient and proud. Austria and Poland dominate the continent, whilst Russia's boundless motherland stretches east. But times are changing. New powers in Asia and America contend the balance of power, and in Europe's heart the countdown to war has begun. Well, we started in 1935, so 1 year earlier. I would suggest you not to use this incompatible mod, so don't use it, it will crush them. So, coming to the major countries, we have France, Byzantine Empire, the British Republic, the Habsburg Empire, the Commonwealth, the Bahmani Empire, and the Russian Empire. They all have custom histories as well, so let's see the French history. Too long has France been divided. Too long have we been at the mercy of the outside world. Too long we have been kept down. No longer, soon France will rise. Crushing defeats in the 18th century to the devious Habsburgs and arrogant Greeks left France broken and divided. It has been a long and slow process rebuilding our country. But now, with our new King Charles the 12th and a new vibrant government, it is time to show Europe the might of French arms as we unify our people. Revanche! Vive le roi! They got the General Staff Planning, which is apparently German, they are Revanchists. We have the Byzantine Empire. Ancient, mighty and enduring, the Byzantine Empire dominates North Africa, the Middle East and Anatolia. Our fleets control the Mediterranean, and our armies are the heir to the legions of antiquity. In the preceding centuries, we have restored the glories of the Caesars and made our empire the envy of the world. Recent years have been seen a fading of our glory. Reserves in Italy and Iberia have shrunk our borders, and our country seeks a renewed future. Do we maintain the balance in Europe, or do we seek to overthrow it? You are the patriarch of Constantinople, and, well, you have an incompetent monarch. The British Republic is Cromwellian, which is communist, Marxist. In 1805, the British Revolution toppled the monarchy and reinstituted the Republic on the ideas of Oliver Cromwell. Decades of uncertainty, coups and bloodshed followed, but in the end Britain stood defined as the beacon of Cromwellian republicanism. Now, over a century later, Britain faces new threats. Trouble brewing in Mexico, the rise of revanchism in France, and the threat of revisionist powers. But we are not without friends or strength. Strength. Do we choose to fight or stand aside? Regardless, God will bless the Republic. Habsburg Empire. Absolutist. The Habsburg Empire sprawls across Central Europe, but Austria has been on the decline, losing territory in the last century in Italy, Germany and the Balkans. Yet it still stands strong, and Vienna is the heart of Europe. As Revanchism stirs in France, with nationalism rising on our borders and Russia looming in the east, it is down to us to maintain the balance of power in Europe. Our armies are strong and our people proud. Since the 15th century we have been a center of authority in Europe. We shall not fail now, for Reich and Kaiser. Crown of Austria, Metternich's legacy and Hungarian crisis. So bad for the Austrians. The Commonwealth. And during the turmoil of the 19th century and the Ukrainian War of the 1880s has resulted in a stronger Commonwealth. The union of Poland and Lithuania formed in the 1500s remained strong. We have long upheld our position as the bastion of Eastern Catholicism and stability. Now new threats dawn. Russia, our eternal foe, is once more gathering its strength. The German and French situation is growing tense. Shall we stand once more with Vienna against the forces of revisionism, or shall we forge our own path? They are monarchists, absolutists, they have winged hussars, and the Polish zeal. So, then the Bahmani Empire. The crown jewel of the British Empire, the Raj of India, is a strange combination of imperial power and imperial powerlessness. A tiny elite of British civil servants rule over a vast subcontinent filled with hundreds of millions of subjects. From their ranks, recruits to the Indian army, which fought in the Great War. Okay, that's wrong, the Russian Empire. The difficulties of the 19th century are behind us. Setbacks in the Baltics and Central Asia checked the expansion of the Rodina, and the bloody conflict over the Ukraine shall not be forgotten. But Russia endures. We now stand at the dawn of the new era. The Russian state has modernized, and our industry is tapping the wealth of the motherland. Like vultures, our enemies surround us, the powers at the gates of Moscow, the Republican Scandinavians in the north, and the Asian powers in the east. War is coming. These are the main major countries in the game. Let's take a look to the map. Actually, let's take a look to the mod description. Link will be, as always, down below in the mod description. Yeah. All right. So work in progress. An alternative history mod for Hearts of Iron 4, complete with new nations, new national focus trees, new events. Inspired by a multiplayer game of Europa Universalis 4, Europa Imperium is an alternative history scenario set in 1935. Revanchism, a revisionist far-right ideology, has taken hold in Paris. The French are eager to reunify their country after centuries of humiliation. In the east, the Russians too look endlessly on lands taken from them by their enemies. The Habsburg Empire and Polish Commonwealth look to maintain the European balance of power, whilst radical republican regimes dominate Britain and Scandinavia. As the world marches to the ancient and powerful Byzantine Empire looks unsure what path to take. So this mod is mainly about the Byzantine Empire, which is really huge. It dominates Africa and the Mediterranean. Yeah, so the Ottoman Empire was no more. Sorry, Turks. Instead, we have a strong Byzantine Empire instead of the Turks and Ottoman Empire. So Turkish nation, failure. Then let's take a look to the French focus tree first and see what the French focus tree has to offer us. Yeah, we're gonna take a look to the majors one by one and then see things change. So the French have an army of 307,000 and 31 factories. Weak. They have a complete custom focus tree. They can Marine Nationale, New France, Ville de Roi, restore France. They can choose between going fascist or going absolutist, which I think if you play historical they will go this path, because this path is really small, how you can see. So I wouldn't suggest you going that. And restore France. Then reunification with Gascony, German diplomacy where you can influence the Germans, turning them fascist. I mean, Revanchist is fascist, so keep that in mind. Revanchist, they are fascist. Yeah. And Byzantine approach, imperial marriage. Oh yeah, the Byzantines would turn fascist. Byzantine alliance and general address. So you could get the Byzantine onto your side as well, or you could either choose between the Russians or the Byzantines. Then Prussia, Germany, German advice, they lack all descriptions, foreign ministry, Asian delegation, and American diplomatic ties with New Caledonia. France can, yeah, and then complete the reunion. And then France pushes Burgundian claims. You could also claim Provence, the national zeal for increased strength. You could claim Italy, or threaten Italy, claim Burgundy. And then the war of aggression, which is there for expanding the French industry, which is in dire need of expansion. So France is an interesting major power to play here with a custom focus tree, so go sure to take a look. Plus France is the leader of the Versailles Pact. Currently they're only in it, but with the help of the focus tree I'm more than certain that they can advance and expand their Versailles Pact. So let's go spectator. So it is the French now who have been threatened and destroyed by the by the Versailles Pact. No, not the Germans, since there's no really German state. They are split up in Saxony, Hanover, Hessen, Pomerania, and Prussia, which is led by King Wilhelm Frederick. Poor Prussia. Poor Prussia, to be honest. Doomed. Let's take a look to Britain. Britain is a strong power with having 82 factories. and they still kept their army and navy. They are Cromwellian, and they are the leader of the alliance, together with the Dominion of Mexico, Australian People's Republic, People's Republic of Artoria, and the British Cathay. So then the English, they have the generic focus tree, but you can choose the basic English military stuff. But the British are actually in isolation. What, they are in isolation? Well, that's bad. I don't know how they can leave it because they lack the focus tree, so I don't know if playing Britain would be nice, especially since you're stuck in isolation. Then we have Iberia, which isn't a major though. They're Absolutist and they have the generic focus tree, the Habsburg Empire. They are led by the SDAPO Social. Well, that's wrong, since that's a Social Democratic Party of Austria. Then they are Absolutist, led by Maximilian VI, and they have the generic focus tree as well, but they are really strong, with having in total 102 factories and a core population of 64 million. Then there stands the Commonwealth with an army of only 347,000, so they kept the Polish army and with 49 factories, so not really strong, but they are in the same. Actually, they are not in the same coalition, but by the PSL, by the Polskie Stronnictwo Ludowe. Then on the east there stands the mighty Russian Empire. Actually Korea. What, Korea controls Russian Far East? That's nice. Russia even didn't claim the territory. So there stands an independent Korea, and China is split between Iberia, British, Cathay, Shanxi, Scandinavia, Byzantine. So every nation kind of has a chunk in China, and China being a poor nation there with only 66,000 people, 66 million people. So the core population, Russia actually has the generic focus tree as well, led by RFP being the Revanchist party, RFP. Alexander IV. They are Revanchist. Probably they'll go the Revanchist path. Yeah, and there stands the Byzantine Empire, which we will take a closer look now, and actually Scandinavia, having 47 factories and a core population of 55 million, so they increase quite a bit. I mean, that's a nice amount. Yeah, they control populations here as well, and that's what this shouldn't be costing. It's colonies. Alright, so let's take a look to the Byzantine Empire, to the major nation in this mod, which, well, I would suggest you playing as well if you wanna take a closer look to the Byzantine Empire. Europa Imperium, Byzantine Empire, historical and regular, and gets right into the game. So we're gonna take a look at the Byzantine focus tree first. So, well, we only have 82 factories, therefore actually we are weaker than the Habsburg Empire is, which is quite sad. We are weaker than the Habsburgs are, but we have a really huge focus tree. So, you can choose of going Republicans, which I wouldn't suggest since you only have 2 focus trees. You could go Absolutist or, well, Andrioconist, which means Revanchist. I will go in this playthrough the Revanchist line, since the Revanchist line is the, well, best line in my opinion. Let's take a look closely here. We can develop our capital with getting massive factories. I need these factories, therefore I will go for them. Actually, Imperial Awakening, we can change to early mobilization. We still have the civilian economy. Yeah, let's develop our capital first, getting only these 2 focuses for the factories. So, well, they have no description, I forgot, so this will give us only 1 military factory. I wanna build more civilian factories in the best provinces of our nation. Which, let's build there. We have many provinces, let's build in there. In Italy, it's plus 60%. Then let's build factories here in Egypt, it's plus 50% there. Build it in Istanbul, as well as in the Crimea and Krasnodar. There we go, that's our path. Research-wise, I'm playing as always with the expand research. Oh, that's ahead of time. Don't forget that most of the research is ahead of time. Therefore, only pick the things which are not ahead of time, like which are in 1918 or located earlier. But we don't have money, so get your doctrines up and going in the meanwhile. Well, our equipment isn't that well customized. We have militia weapons and then basic generic tanks and generic airplanes without any, well, pictures, sadly. So, well, I want to get a strong air force, therefore I will produce lots of Fighter 1s, which is the quite up-to-date fighter. If you look, Fighter 1 1946, that's quite nice. That's Fighter 1, there's three of them, let's get 4 of them, fine. With 5 weapons, 3 support equipment. Never mind, I need to reduce it by one. This 2, and then also get artillery. Alright. What else? I need tanks as well. Let's get light tanks as well. Light tanks too. There we go. The Byzantine war machine. We have 8 naval dockyards. Let's check. Our navy has a total strength of only 40,000, therefore not being so strong. Let's see. They are French. Oh, they kept the French fleet in the region. That's interesting. Let's move it into Constantinople. And I want to build new ships. We have the newest ship only is the destroyer, the Vasilevs, Georgios, and the light cruiser. Let's build the light cruiser first. Let's build 4 light cruisers and 4 of the Vasilevs, Georgios class destroyer. 4 per year and 1 per year. Both in Istanbul. Now fly on the highest speeds. Yeah, well, the Byzantine army isn't that strong. You have to rebuild, although you have, well, your own path to forge. And let's see, the Habsburg, well, they all have the basic, the French. The French are doing the Marine Nationale. So the only Marine Nationale, whatever. My French isn't the best. Oh yeah, we didn't look to the American Peninsula. We have the Kingdom of Brazil being really strong. Argentina being really weak. Commonwealth of Peru being somewhat strong. Colombia being really strong as well. That's been somewhat. The Dominion being somewhat strong. Then Hudson Land, which will represent New Day, America, New Caledonia, and the Kingdom of the Pacific. Then the Viceroyalty of Canada. Next thing, Greek investments to get 4 more military factories. Yeah. So I want to heavily invest into, well, let's say infantry equipment as well. But then into support and artillery, heavily into these 2 first, since they have, yeah, a higher priority and importance. I want to get a strong tank army, tank divisions as well, so tanks will come after we achieved our military goal here with 5 per day. So we have much to rebuild in the Byzantine Empire. Well, our monarch is incompetent, so we want to get the Revanchists, party called Andronikos, led by Ethniki Enosios Elados, in power. So, well, let's go for the Anatolian development, getting 4 more civilian factories. Yeah, factories first. Before we go to war, always factories. I will go for the University of Constantinople, or what Chinese Factorial War. So that's a new event. China has been in turmoil for centuries following the collapse of the Ming Dynasty. As European powers carve out territories along the coast, the interior remains fractured. Tensions between these Chinese states are on the rise and was certainly classic. Classic, yeah. Okay, let's say it's classic. That's ahead of time, same goes for this. So we can get that. Yeah, we have Fujian and Hainan. Can I release like China as a puppet, like Communist China as a puppet? It would be nice. I could really actually release the PRC as my own puppets. That's nice. Therefore, this puppet would have a claim on all of China, so we might do a Chinese conquest. Now the University of Constantinople for the extra research slot. Well, British Cathay, I don't want to go to war against the British, since I'm sure we'll have the same enemy and common foe. Hunan is fighting China. China is fighting the Arab Republic and Yunnan, so yeah. Shangji is, well, just alive. Byzantine Empire. I want to actually ship some troops into Shangji. Yeah, I aim to reclaim China. Shangji. So let's ship actually our entire army we have into China. Because we have to do some, well, we have to heavily rebuild. Well, we could go for the Italian conquest as well. That's all. You have so many paths as Byzantine. Well, okay, let's leave China untouched now. Let's restore the old faith of Constantinople. We have Black Sea ports for the 3 extra ports. And keep in mind that the focuses here only take 35 days. 35 days and not more. That's a nice thing. 35 days and not more. I mean, 56 or 35, I'll like 35. Well, yeah, right up a draw, D-line. Yeah, now we are getting our military up and going again. Let's see, we have 48 divisions in total, 48 divisions. My first goal, I think, let's see, if we go this path, the Andronicus Regency, we can we reclaim? We can do the great game events, enforcing our claims to India and Indian Empire. Well, we cannot claim Italy, therefore I will... Oh yeah, we can go to the Roman ambition. That's not Black Sea ports finished. The next thing will be finally the Imperial Awakening. Yeah, Imperial Awakening. Let's awake our vast empire. Okay, we are closing into the year 1936 somewhat, so yeah, everything. Let's get Marines. That's out of time. 1.5 years, 1.1 years. That's acceptable. I wanna get war. Do we have sound workforce? Let's get him for more popular power. Always nice to have. Always nice to get. So, well, as the Byzantine Empire, you could actually like release these states as puppets and then reclaim all of China, but that would be, well, conclude in heavy casualties. I want to do it right now. Therefore, well, I don't care about China. I wanna restore the old glory of the Byzantine Empire. That's our primary goal. Let's rebuild the Greek part to the maximum, since, well, Greek should be the best developed part, I think, since Europe and Turkey as well. There we go. Mainly Greek. We are having, well, goals. Now, re-establish theme system. Sadly, it lacks the descriptions, but nevertheless, it's a great mod, I can tell you that. Where we can't justify war anyway, since we have to change our ideology first, so keep that in mind. I'm not gonna pick an advisor, instead I will rely on the events, which the game provides us. Yeah, on the focuses and events. Madness of Constantine, well, that's interesting. We need to hold Triumph then as well. So, in the first period as Byzantine, you have to just restore, just sit back, relax, and restore your empire. Okay, let's hold Triumph, which will give us plus 5 army experience and plus 50% research bonus for the land doctrine. Okay, well, we are in 1936, so time to finally develop the Byzantine industry. Byzantine first, and Byzantine first. I hope the Turks, well, don't have anything against me saying that. Alright, Byzantine Empire, having 118 factories, and France is going for war of aggression. War of aggression, or is it this path? They should go for a new France, where they could reclaim and do the reunification with Gascogne. And get a good amount of factories going. All Triumph, now Madness of Constantine, which will give us the event. Well, I'm looking forward to see what this event will grant us. Next, let's get the, well, military theorists and also industrial concerns, since we'll focus on our industry, how I said and mentioned before. So, saying that, time to get time. Thanks, we researched. Well, oh, what's that? The Habsburg Empire has been paralyzed for much of the last decade by constitutional disputes with the Hungarians. Differences between the two halves of the empire have led to political tension. The emperor has called a special convention in Vienna, which appears to have settled the issue. Interesting. Matters of Constantine, this is a great concern. Constantine, the, what's that? 19th Emperor of Byzantium, is not a well man. His health was been declining rapidly since the death of his eldest son in 1929. The worst kept secret in diplomatic circles is that the old emperor is mad. It is clear now that this state of affairs cannot continue. A solution must soon present itself. Yeah, let's just say now the world knows. Well, let's the regency addressed. So we're gonna address the regency and get one more event. Well, I like custom events, always nice to have it. Yeah, we can choose Theodora, but no, we won't go Absolutist. We have to reclaim the Habsburg Empire back into the Roman Empire. Our goal is to restore the old legacy of the Roman Empire. Yeah. Okay, now we can choose. Oh, that's quite a bit of text. The Emperor's health continues to decline. It is becoming a threat to the stability of the empire, and it is clear now to most that something must be done to avert the crisis. The government are proposing to appoint a regent to rule in all but name and manage the imperial affairs. The question of who should take the regency, however, is difficult, as there are no possible options. Theodora, daughter and only surviving child of Constantine, is his heir apparent. She has the support of most of the government and people. Married to a minor son of the Habsburgs, she has the support of Austria and Poland. Theodora is a proponent of absolutism and favors maintaining the balance of power, which we don't, so piss off Theodora. Andronikos, the emperor's brother, is the other choice. A military veteran and expansionist, he has the support of the army. An admirer of revanchism and France, he is determined to retake the lost lands, even if it means war. Who shall we support? We shall support Andronikos. Remove national spirit, the incompetent monarch gets the event, the Byzantine Regency. That's great. Byzantine Regency, Andronikos Regency, where we'll get nationalism. With Constantine XIX's health continuing to decline, the Byzantine government has opted to institute a regency. The emperor's brother, an advocate of revanchist ideas, has assumed the regency. That's a nice thing. The world is still out. China they did quite well. They did quite well, to say the least. While the Mexican Revolution, a civil war has erupted in Mexico. The Battle for Mexico has begun. Well, that's interesting. The Mexican Revolution, the Mexican Empire declared war on the Dominion of Mexico. The Dominion has the upper hand, though, in the military and army, so they should win the war. They are revanchists.
Research complete.
That's interesting, to say the least. Yeah. World which we never saw before. World which we never saw before, like we never saw before. Trigonio Pesicchio. I want to build the Tetragono Pesicchio, since I like Montagnese more than the counterpart. So let's add Rigging Company and Spot Artillery. Okay, only Spot Artillery. It's okay, Engineer Company then. We really need experience. Oh, we got the Regency Research. Let's train more of these divisions. There we go, train 300,000 men. In our army they have to train completely as well. Under Field Marshal Rodolfo Gravani. Well, they are Italian ones. Alright. So, Imperial Prestige, the Great Game, or Reform the Legions. I wanna go for the Great Game. The Great Game and see what it gives us. The Great Game. Perhaps the Great Game for, I don't know, Africa or Europe? It's yet to see. Well, the Habsburgs are a main threat with their massive industry to us. They're gonna get carved out. All the Serbians. The Serbians and the Wallachians will be, well, reincorporated into the Byzantine Empire. Yeah. Okay, well said. Continue on the army. And then on the, well, I can tell you already this mod is great fun to play. I can really encourage you to, well, check it out. It's great fun to play. I really like to play it, to say the least. Then let's get into the Great Game. So throughout the late 19th century, the Byzantine and Bahmani Empire engaged in a struggle for control of Asia and the Middle East. This was not a conflict of weapons and bloodshed, but of diplomacy and covert actions. Stretching from Egypt to Malaya, this battle for influence was known as the Great Game. As a new era dawns, we have to decide whether to keep this contest going. Does the Great Game continue, or do we let Bahmani reign supreme? The game is afoot. The game is afoot. The Great Game continues. Constantinople has reaffirmed its commitment to secure its interest in the Middle East and Africa. This will likely inflame tensions with their rivals Bahmanis. Only time will tell what will come of this. The Bahmani Empire. So we actually have a claim on the Omanis. We have a claim on the Omanis. So yeah, but we can't justify against them. We have to get fascists to do so first. So the Revanchist has to win. So the game intensifies, enforcing our claims. Yeah, let's say the game intensifies. The game intensifies. Let's see how the game intensifies. Well, it's taking some time, so never mind. I will take a fascist advisor, because I fear we may not get a fascist within the time limits if we don't get it. Therefore, yeah, do the same. I would suggest. Yeah. So we'll probably get all of Oman into our country. Too bad they didn't go for the industrial efforts. Yeah. So we would have got more factories, but no infrastructure effort too. Alright, so research for available. Yeah, import machine tools, and let's intensify the game. Well, the Bahmani, they aren't a threat at all. Look to their military factories, they have two. War and victory. Since our station, to increase our commitment to the Great Game, our relations with Bahmanis and the Omani friends has deteriorated rapidly. The station has grown tense with assassinations and espionage on the rise. In Constantinople, there are many now calling for us to abandon the present tense and strike to secure our rightful claims. It is time to end the great game, but do we do so through peace or war? Well, you can war and victory. War and victory. There we go. So they became a puppet of the Bahmanis. Well, the problem is how to get on Bahmani soil. Well, this shouldn't be a problem. I will try Marines. That's actually, as Byzantine, it would be nice like to gain all of India for yourself. That's our goal, yeah, to gain all of India for ourselves. So let's train Marines at once. I'm gonna, yeah, stop training them, some of them, because Marines are more important for our efforts, and train 10 Marines. 10 Marines, and send our army to the border as well. Yeah, our army, well, the infrastructure is horrible, so do not overstock it. I'm gonna send my army to Iraq. It should be enough there. Its infrastructure is 32, should be enough. So, the next thing, claims in India. Not yet. Let's go for imperial prestige. Imperial prestige of the Byzantine Empire. I'm gonna save my political power. Oh, I forgot we cannot. What we can declare war since we have a war goal already. Well, that's a nice thing. It's valid until the 22nd of December, so we have plenty of time left to prepare our army and our forces. We have no airfields here, therefore we can't rely on our air force. But on our navy we can surely rely. Of 93 ships, yeah. Flottille de Haute Mers. Its main base will be, let's say, let's split our navy. The main base will be the base of Nate. So we're gonna reposition our navy and strike soon. Get Dimitrios Primilios. And let's select army offense already. Army offense. Nobody can hold the Byzantine Empire. No one in the world. There we go. We should get some free divisions here. We have 14 idle ones. Random at once. And next thing will be territorial expansion. Yeah, territorial expansion. Yeah, let's go for territorial expansion of the Byzantine Empire. What? The Bahmani Empire declared war already? Well, that's a nice thing. I mean, okay, we'll lose some territories, but we'll claim them nevertheless. I mean, they are so weak, I didn't thought that they will be a threat. So, patrol Arabian Sea, actually search and destroy Arabian Sea, and the Red Sea. We have low supply. Yeah, I need to avoid this region at all. Although we are winning it, so let's go ahead and claim our war goal. There we go. Come on, push against them. Yeah, I will avoid the center region since it's just a slaughter of our troops, to be honest. 24 get assigned into this region. This 24 into this region, and let's say just, well, 5 units stay in the center region, because it's just a slaughter there. Alright, now increase the game speeds, and victory should be ours. Well, it's their own mistake if they decide to attack the Byzantine Empire. We didn't want to attack them yet, but they wanted to strike preemptively against us, and they will suffer with their countries, well, just demolished. We'll raid their country, we'll raid everything what they have. That's for sure. Their country is gonna be no more. No more. There we go. Jihad declared. The Devu Islamic State of Bahmanis is under attack by the Crusaders. Byzantium has attacked Bahmanis. Well, they attacked us. Come on. And its Omani allies. Leading Bahmani imams have called for a holy war, a jihad against the Byzantine assault. The Islamic Delhi Sultanate has been asked to join with the Bahmanis in the holy war against the infidels.
Alert. Research complete.
Alright, well, I forgot to assign a goal to our army. That's sad. He's gonna get a general. General Giovanni Messe. Because you're just gonna stay there. These 14 they are still training. These 24 they are gonna get if only bad generals, goddammit. The best of Visconti Praska. Push as well against the Byzantines. Against, yeah, the Omanis, there we go. Should result in complete victory. After the fall of Muscat, they should surrender. And they have surrendered already. Well, that easy it can be. Now let's crush their remaining units with our mighty army. Crush them before they can retreat.
We have
There we go. We are overrunning them, to say the least. Ahaha. Now, where are our Marines? Our Marines to crush, well, the enemies. Let's see. They are still under their abilities, right? Well, why do you deploy? Deploy in Abu Dhabi. Let's find Abu Dhabi. Get assigned. Get a general. Italo Balbo. Then from this province, Muscat, you're gonna invade. Well, we need a port, so we're gonna invade Bombay and its surrounding cities. There we go. There, prepare and train
research
to
complete.
best level. So let's mobilize our economy. Yeah, 41 extra factory, and let's also get infantry. That's always nice to have. And we can enact our economy soon. We can. So let's save our power for that. And our Hudson land joined the alliance. Oh, Britain wants to help me. That's nice. I will gladly accept British help, fairly. So our army, yeah, is well committed to the region. Well, our shores are safe since our navy has a complete supremacy in the region. Therefore, we don't have to deploy all troops there. The Bahmanis control this chunk of land, which well, we could invade it, but it's really useless, I would say. All the Bahmanis, they actually have the, well, Indian focus tree. That's interesting. But they still have the risk of famine, Grand Society. So 70-11 divisions, they're gonna be taken out bloody fast. Oh, well, do we control Singapore? Or we actually control Singapore? Oh, well, I didn't know that, and we lost Singapore to the Bahmani Empire. Well. Jihadi axis. Well, the Jihadi axis is gonna crumble and fall. My entire army is going to get dispatched to them after our Marines advanced. The Byzantine Marines, the spearheading force. I just sadly see we are far ahead of our time, but I am certainly really liked this episodes. If so, leave it down in the comments, and I may produce 1 or 2 more episodes of this modification. So, thank you all for watching me. Link is as always down below in the descriptions. Go sure to leave a like and a subscribe. I'm Sacred, and I'm out. Have a good day to you all, and see you next time. Goodbye.